Hey guys, this is gonna be my Mousepad Roundup for 2024, like midway, a little under midway, but Lethal and Padsmith were nice enough to send these pads out for review. But I'll start with the Tang Dao and then go to the Crucible and the Blitz and then the Neptune. Um, yeah, so the Tang Dao comes in pink, blue, black, and it also comes with like SR base, which I think I did like the SR base better, but I do think I prefer the it's like boron base personally better. It is shipped flat. All these pads are shipped flat, so you shouldn't have any issues with them laying like flat. Stitch edges on the Tang Daos are perfectly fine. Um, no issues there with the stitching. It's all below the surface. Glide fill for the Tangdao, I would say it's like a balance pad personally, like somewhere along with the zero as well, but maybe on like the slower side. As far as like the difference between the black and the blue, the black feels a little softer. The base feels softer, which kind of makes the surface feel like a little more comfortable than the blue. So I think I do enjoy the black one better. The black one becomes, I guess, a little slower since you put pressure on it. So maybe if you like having that give in your pad, you would like the black one over the blue one. I do think this is a balanced pad and probably on the slower to mid side because you do have like a little control on the Tangdao, so it's pretty good. I think it's one of my favorite pads. I would say a lot of these pads are probably top pads of this year. So I would say any of these pads are really high quality and really good pads to use on a daily basis because this is a little long term more on these pads because I've had them quite a bit and I've used the Blitz before on the other surface and there's nothing really different beside the base. But as far as the Tang Dao, I would say this is one of the top pads. I would put this in top three, top five. So EsportsTiger has like a gem in the Tangdao. Personally, I do think it's pretty slept on. So I would totally recommend the Tangdao. It's $45, which I think is well worth the price. Lethal has stock. Addis I think has stock probably as well. It's $45. The SR base is a little cheaper. So if you look at that, that's $35. So if I would just save and get the 45 personally because I don't know, it just feels higher quality to me than the SR base. But I do think some people like the SR base better. But just for me, I like this. The, it is on the side of like this one, the blue one is like on the I would say soft, the midish side, and the black one's the soft, just like a soft base. But that's the Tang Daos. They're quality, high quality, and very good. Okay, this is gonna be the Padsmith Crucible. I do think this pad's a really good pad, but I'm not sure if I actually liked it because of the texture on the feet, but I still used it a decent amount. But the design on this pad is really, really good and probably one of the best designs of any pad, personally. I do think the surface material is pretty unique compared to other pads. The Crucible's still in stock as well. But as far as like speed, I would say it's a balanced pad. With probably on the, it's a little faster than the Tangdao. I would put it on the like mid balanced side. The surface, you don't really get any like dirtiness or dust sticking to it. You can't really see it, so that is a good thing for this pad. You do feel the surface on feet, so if you're someone that doesn't like texture feeling when you're moving your mouse around, you probably wouldn't like this pad. Your micro adjustments are a little faster than the Tangdao for me. The Tangdao's micros are just a little more controlled and a little more controlled on the softer base as well. But this pad right here is $50 on Padsmith's website. The base on this pad and the Tangdao as well are really solid bases. You shouldn't have any issues with either of those sticking or not sticking, I mean, or moving around. I've had no issues with any of these bases. Bases are pretty good as well these days. But I would totally recommend this pad if you're looking for a pad with like a design on the balance side. It is shipped flat as well. The texture of the pad is not really ignoring it at all. It's really smoothish feeling, but you do have just a hair of tissue or texture. But thanks for Padsmith for sending this one out. It's really, I would say I would recommend that pad as well if you're looking for something with design that's pretty cool. This is the Blitz from theWhale. I've used this pad a little bit because you can see just like the dust or whatever around the arm. This is like the original Blitz. It's just a purple colorway, which is really good and really nice in person. The base, this is the hard base. I would still consider this like on the mid to soft bases. It's not like a fully hard base like some mid you see like the Raiden mid I have over there. The Raiden mid has like almost no give. This has just a touch of give, so I would say this on like the soft midish side. But as far as glide, I would say this is a balance pad as well, with it being just a touch slower than the Crucible. On your micro adjustments, speed wise, as far as like going left to right, I would say they're pretty close. All of these pads are pretty close in speed. I would say they're all balance pads, and I've had no issues with this pad as well. It does kind of collect like dust, which is kind of what I had a problem with the first one, but it's much less noticeable, and you can just use like a microfiber cloth to get rid of it. It works pretty well to get rid of all the dust. And yeah, Lethal currently has black, blue, and orange. They do have different softnesses and sizes as well. Some are in stock and some aren't in stock. But I really think this is a top pad as well. Totally worth $50 considering some of the pads you get for this price, because it seems like $50 is like a common price these days. The base is no issues sticking it as well. Really solid stitching on both this one, the Crucible, the Tangdao, and the Neptune are really solid. But yeah, thanks Lethal for sending the Blitz out. I do like the Tangdao the best out of like the three pads I've gone over so far. And then I would say it's probably the Blitz and then the Crucible, but all of them are pretty solid pads for the price point. The sizing on this one's solid as well. Ship flat, no issues there. Okay, this one's going to be a one I've used a lot. As you can see, it's pretty dirty, which is the Lethal Gaming Gear Neptune. Has a lot of dust and stuff on it, but I do like this pad. It's all on the faster side, and yeah, this is probably one of my favorite fast pads, and it's pretty much had the same speed the whole time. I do think this one's like miles better than the like regular version. So I would say if you like the regular version, the Neptune Pro is worth to get. The base is much better as well, which is really really positive. No issues with it like not laying flat. I kind of had that problem with the regular version. But as far as like texture, I would put this one probably the smoothest out of, well, the Crucible's the smoothest, and then this one. And then I would say the Blitz, and then the Tangdao. But as far as glide, it's I would say this is probably the fast category, a little overbalanced. And then you have like glass, which is it's gonna be hard to get that feeling with like claw pads because they just accumulate a bunch of more stuff, and it's much easier to wipe them off. They do have a hard like surface coming out, which mid, and apparently it has no give. They just showed it on Twitter, and I do think that's probably going to be a really really solid pad. But I would say the Neptune's probably my favorite fast pad there is. I've used this pad like religiously since I've got it. It works for all the games I play, Apex, the finals, and the X Defiant. No issues with like micros. They're really, really smooth. You just have a touch of control, nothing really at all. So I do think the Neptune's probably my favorite pad out of the bunch that I've done. Ship flat, so no issues there. It would be cool if we could get some colors in this one. That would be pretty sick, but as of now, I don't think they've really said anything about it. The base on this one is probably it's soft, but I would say it's probably the Crucible, and then the Neptune and the Blitz are pretty close, and then it's the Tangdao blue, and then the black. They do have different sides. Despad, Square, all up for pre-order. I would say go ahead and get it. That way you can get yours when it comes in stock. No issues with like texture. It does accumulate dust and stuff, but as I said with the Blitz, microfiber cloth kind of gets it away for the time being. But I have used this pad like so much, and it hasn't really changed at all. So shout out to Lethal for making this pad, and like testing it religiously to make sure it's actually gonna stay the same. But I would say all these pads are really good. Um, I would say they're all like probably like B, A, and S tiers. I would put this one in the S tier. The Blitz is probably, well, I would say A tier. Crucible's probably in the B to A tier. The Tangdao for me. The black one's the S tier, and the blue one's probably A tier. So thanks for watching. Sorry I rambled a lot. 15-minute video is pretty long, but it is 5 pads. I will do a video on the Saturn Zebra, the Crucible, or the Padsmith glass pad. What's the name of it? The Empress, the blue one, which is the speed pad, and then the glaze. I'll do that one as well with that one. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. Fuck controllers as well, because they're rolling in gaming. But yeah, keep your head up. Thank you for watching.